Hey everyone, and welcome to the deep dive. You know how much we love to really dig into a topic?
Oh, yeah.
And today's all about upping your English game,
Uh,
specifically when it comes to talking about your job.
ooh, that's good.
I know you guys have sent in a podcast episode.
Hmm.
It's full of real life conversations about work.
Yeah.
So we're going to break it down. Not just vocab,
Right.
but how to actually nail those conversations about
Yeah.
what you do,
Mm-hmm.
the stuff you love about your work, maybe the things you don't love so much.
Yeah, it happens.
And even, those big career dreams for the future.
It's amazing how much we say about ourselves when we talk about our jobs. It's not just giving information,
Yeah.
but it's making connections.
Yeah.
And how other people see us professionally.
I love that. And the podcast we're looking at today, it jumps right in with that classic question, what do you do for a living?
Oh, yeah, everyone's heard that one.
Right. And the hosts, Marco and Erica, they have some interesting answers. So Marco's a language coach. He helps people improve their speaking and communication skills. And get this, he also hosts his own podcast.
Wow, so meta.
I know, right?
Very cool.
And Erica, she's a digital content creator, making videos and podcasts specifically to help people learn English.
It's so interesting how Erica, in her answer, added that little detail about making English learning fun and accessible. It's simple, but it just makes her answer so much more engaging and memorable.
It does. It's like an invitation. You're like, tell me more. I want to hear more about what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
So have you ever thought about how you could do that? When someone asks about your work, what's that one detail? That could make someone go, ooh, tell me more.
Right.
I love that.
And even if your job feels ordinary to you, you can make it sound interesting just by thinking about the impact you have on others or the specific skills you use every day. Maybe there's a challenge you overcame in your role. And trust me, even a short explanation can spark a conversation.
That's so true. And speaking of challenges, every job has ups and downs. And the podcast hosts are open about that. Marco mentioned struggling with time management and deadlines, which I think we can all relate to.
Not deadlines.
I know. And Erica talks about the pressure of coming up with fresh content all the time for her videos and podcasts.
That would be tough. I found it interesting, though, how they both talked about finding ways to cope with those challenges. Like Marco emphasized taking breaks and organizing his tasks. And Erica relies on setting small goals to stay on track.
Does that resonate with you at all?
Oh, yeah.
Totally. I'm a big fan of to-do lists.
Yeah.
Like breaking things down.
Those little wins.
Exactly. Mini victories. But what I think is cool here is they're not just describing the challenges.
Right.
They're using language to figure out solutions. English is a tool to navigate those tricky situations.
It is a tool. And that is a powerful skill to develop because being able to put those work difficulties into words can help you come up with strategies to overcome them. So think about it. What are some challenges people face at work? How would you express them in English?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Could be dealing with a difficult coworker, struggling with work-life balance.
Right. Or even something specific to your industry.
Exactly.
It's all about finding the right words
Yeah.
to explain those experiences. And on that note, let's talk about something more fun. What you enjoy about your job.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating how Marco and Erica approach this. Marco loves the creativity involved in his work, especially the challenge of making English learning fun and accessible.
And Erica really lit up when she talked about connecting with people from all over the world. Through her content, she finds joy in sharing her knowledge and helping others improve their language skills.
I love that. It's so clear that both of them are so passionate about what they do.
It's contagious.
It really is.
Yeah.
But it makes you think, what words and phrases could you use to make your work sound just as exciting?
Right.
Especially when you're talking to someone who might not understand all the technical jargon of your field.
Yeah. If you're in a creative role, words like innovative, exciting, or challenging can add some flair to your descriptions.
Yeah.
And if your work involves collaborating with others, you might use teamwork, communication, or problem solving to highlight those parts.
It's like you're painting a picture with your words.
Yeah.
Helping the listener see and feel
What
you love about your job.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all it takes to make a connection.
It really is.
Really connect with someone.
Yeah.
And understand their work.
And feel that passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of connections, the way we talk about our future goals can also make a big impact. It can show ambition, purpose, and a clear vision for our careers.
It's true.
But sometimes expressing those goals in another language can feel like a hurdle.
Yeah, for sure. You want to sound confident,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes the words just don't come out right.
Exactly.
But the podcast had some helpful tips. Remember those phrases Marco and Erica used? Like, I'd like to, I'm aiming to, or I'm working towards.
Oh, yeah, those are great. They're simple. But they can help you express your ambitions.
Totally. And the examples they gave were really good, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like Erica mentioned, wanting to move into a management role or gaining experience in project management.
Yeah.
She's thinking about her career path
Right.
and the skills she needs to succeed.
And Marco is focused on creating more learning resources.
Right.
He's passionate about making English learning accessible.
I love that.
And he's actively working towards that goal.
It's like they're both setting their GPS for success, but in different directions.
I love that analogy.
So what about you? Where's your career GPS pointed? What are those big dreams you're working towards?
Good question.
Try saying them out loud, using those phrases we talked about.
Yeah, give it a try.
It might feel awkward at first, but the more you practice, the more natural it'll become.
Definitely. And don't be afraid to be specific.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, I want to advance my career, think about what that actually looks like. Do you want to lead a team? Start your own business. Become an expert in a certain field.
Yeah,
The more specific you are, the better you can explain your vision to others.
I love that. And speaking of explaining things, I want to talk about something fun. Those little phrases and expressions that add personality to our work conversation.
Oh, yeah, those are the best.
The podcast hosts gave some great examples.
They did. It's amazing how a well-placed idiom can make you sound more fluent. It's like speaking the secret language of the workplace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Erica mentioned burning the midnight oil, which is perfect for describing those late nights.
Oh, yeah, all-nighters.
We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
And Marco used the phrase crunch time to talk about those periods when deadlines are looming
Oh, yeah.
and the pressure is on.
Those are good ones. They add color to our language. But they also show that we understand the workplace culture.
Right.
It's like signaling to our colleagues that we're in the loop.
We get it.
We get it. And that can make a difference in how we're perceived.
For sure. And it's not just about sounding fluent. It's about building rapport with colleagues and navigating those tricky situations.
Totally.
Like, imagine you're feeling overwhelmed. Instead of just saying, I'm stressed, you could say, I'm feeling the crunch.
Right.
It's more informal.
Right.
But it also conveys that sense of shared experience.
It's like you're inviting your colleagues to empathize, to say, yeah, I've been there too.
Exactly.
And that creates a feeling of support, which is so important at work.
It is. Speaking of support, the podcast also mentioned hit the ground running and pulling your weight. Great for describing a proactive and collaborative work style.
Those are good.
Have you ever used those phrases?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Me too.
Hitting the ground running suggests energy, and pulling your weight implies teamwork.
I like that.
They're positive qualities.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating is how these expressions create images in our minds.
Yeah.
They make our language more engaging.
It's like adding spice to our conversations.
Exactly.
And the best part is, there are so many expressions out there.
So many.
It's like a treasure hunt for vocabulary.
I love that. And the more you pay attention to the language around you, the more you'll pick up these gems.
So true. Active listening is key.
Definitely.
It's not just about understanding the words. It's about absorbing the nuances
Yeah.
of how people express themselves.
It's like becoming a language detective.
Ooh, I like that.
You start to notice patterns and understand what people are really thinking.
That's a valuable skill, not just at work, but in life.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about a lot today, from describing your job to highlighting what you enjoy, navigating challenges, expressing goals, and even adding some fun vocabulary.
It's been a journey.
It has, but if we step back, we see how language shapes our professional identity.
It really does. The way we talk about our work influences how others see us and even how we see ourselves.
It's like we're writing our own professional story.
Exactly.
But with the right tools and some practice,
Yeah.
we can make that story engaging and authentic.
I love this.
It's like our language can shape our mindset, and our relationship with our work.
For sure.
You ever notice that? When you use more like positive language or descriptive language, when you talk about your job, you actually feel more engaged and enthusiastic about
Absolutely. It's subtle,
it.
but it's powerful. Like when we focus on what we enjoy, when we use vivid language to talk about our achievements and goals, it changes things. We're not just communicating information. We're
Yeah.
shaping our own perception and building a positive self-image.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this thought. Pay attention to the words you use when you talk about your job, but also the feelings they create, both in yourself and in others. because language is powerful.
It is.
It can inspire, it can
Yes.
motivate, it can even open doors to new opportunities.
This deep dive has been amazing. We've explored how we use language in the professional world,
Yeah.
and we've covered so much, from basic job descriptions to the subtle things that make a big difference.
And it all comes down to confidence. The more comfortable you are talking about your job in English, the better you can communicate and connect and ultimately thrive.
So true.
So keep practicing, keep experimenting, and keep those career goals in sight.
Yes.
And remember, the way you talk about your job has power. Use it wisely, use it authentically, and use it to create a career that truly fulfills you.
Beautifully said.